An Uncomfortable Lunch by A.B. England. The world is full of broken people. It is a truth Adelaide Truseau understands more than most. Doing what she does and being what she is makes such understanding inevitable. Yet it never seems to manage to soften the heartbreak she glimpses while using her gifts to train struggling supers. It's the one facet of them she hates. Those glimpses into the hidden recesses of others' minds, intentional or not, make her feel like the worst kind of eavesdropper. The child, Layla, judging from the snippet she'd caught, was too preoccupied with the meal she was trying to inhale to notice the intrusion, not that the fact made it any better. An indistinct drone and occasional clink of a fork on china filled Adelaide's ears as she came back to herself. It took another moment to distinguish Stanley's voice as he asked Layla question after question. As yet another inquiry was met with complete indifference, the teen let out a frustrated sigh and turned to her. "You think she's deaf or mute or something?" he asked. "She won't even look up when you're talking to her." Adelaide shook her head, and her earrings jangled with the movement. "She's become unaccustomed to positive human interaction," she said. "How can you tell?" Years of experience kept Adelaide from wincing at the question. "I control the abilities of others," she said. "When I enter another's mind, sometimes I overhear things." Adelaide used an offhanded tone and shrugged, minimizing her experience to try and keep her charge at ease. But she didn't have to be a mind reader to know her efforts were in vain. "You're a telepath too?" Stanley's voice cracked, and he watched her with wary eyes. A bite of his own lunch slid off a fork he was no longer paying attention to and splattered back onto his plate. Rolling her eyes, Adelaide answered. "Not in the traditional sense, no." She took her time cutting a bite from her own meal and gestured for Stanley to resume eating when he was still frozen several moments later. "I get flashes of fractured images, snippets of sound or smell or emotion, out of context as I look for what I need to change. It's not something I can control as a true telepath can," she sighed. "It's more of a side effect." Stanley shuddered, but let the subject drop as he returned to eating his lunch. Still, he kept glancing toward their new pint-sized guest, who had almost cleared her plate in the 4 minutes since they'd sat down. "What happened to her?" he asked almost to himself. "I can't say for certain," Adelaide answered with a frown. "I caught glimpses of a couple I assume were her parents, and then various angry faces. Nothing clear aside from the name Layla." "But you think she can talk?" Adelaide shrugged. "I know she understands," she said. "Whether or not she can or will speak, only time will tell." If you enjoyed today's story and would like to see some more stories or articles or find out about my books, you can find more information at abengland.com. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.